How is it going, everybody?
Hello, hello, hello.
I'm Josh,
And I'm Austin.
and we're Elder Drunken Highlander.
Welcome to the Drunk Tank.
This is one of the drunk tanks, yeah. The unofficial segment that we do because putting the name the Drunk Tank in the title of the segment probably would mean that no one would watch it because YouTube would say, "What the heck is this?" and bury it even more than it already does to our videos. We have 3 decks to talk about in this video, but they all have the same commander, Solphim Mayhem Dominus. When this guy came out, I got really inspired and built a deck around it, and then Austin was like, "You built one deck? Amateur hour."
I have 3, but we're only talking about 2.
You have 3? Oh my god. We built a lot of decks around this guy because his abilities are really, really sweet. I got very infatuated with the discard 2 cards, put an indestructible counterpart on him, and
I just wanted to do damage.
Yeah, Austin just likes to blow shit up, as per usual. So we have 3 decks to talk about today. The first one is All Will Be Burned, which is the group Slug, variant that we built. It's just got all the explosive damage burn stuff in it. You want to talk about your pile of terrible things?
Oh, yes. So basically, this deck is using the archetype of control by burning creatures for damage and using that to our advantage. So that's non-combat damage, meaning it gets doubled. We have things like Brash Taunter. That is everything we want to do in one card. We want an indestructible creature that can channel its damage out to the rest of the world. So we also run Torbrand, Torolf, and
put me through the ringer here, Austin.
And I think my favorite is Heartless Hidetsugu.
That's 5. Okay.
Yeah. Another fun thing is our commander can become indestructible. So we've got Fiend Lash, which allows us, whenever equipped creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage equal to its power to target player or planeswalker.
So you're just burning everything on the board, and then also being like, and by the way, target opponent and or planeswalker take extra damage because super fuck you.
But so yeah, this is my my little masterpiece using him. Bonfire of the Dam's a fun one. We get to run Brotherhood's End. Anger of the Gods works because our creatures aren't getting destroyed, and the ones that do get destroyed, we don't care. And then fun stuff like Wheel of Misfortune and Mystic's Mastery, because why not cast everything again?
That's so crazy. I'm still just like, wow.
Yeah, Blasphemous Act.
Put equipment on your commander, cast Blasphemous Act, murder somebody. That's so good.
Oh, and this one's any target, Sunsteel. But,
oh my god.
Yeah, so that's mine. You know, and then Fire Emancipation if you really feel like being a jerk.
Literally gratuitous.
Yeah, it's in there too.
Yeah, I know.
Pyrohemia is also pretty fun.
Wow, this is a crazy deck. And we also have super spicy tech nesting ground here to move the indestructible counter onto other creatures. So
which
that
is
we can
great
make
segue.
more things indestructible. Oh yeah, into mine?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I was really into the indestructible counter. That's what I liked. So I built a madness deck that discards cards using his discard 2 cards, put an indestructible counter on Solphim Mayhem Dominus. So
some say it's a downside. Others are like, that's gas.
Yeah, so I have a lot of discard synergies here. I got like madness creatures like Blazing Rootwalla.
Yeah.
I have like a lot of things that also let me discard stuff.
Conspiracy
stuff like Conspiracy
theorist.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that I can do things with the cards I discard. Glinthorn Buccaneer. I also got Brawlin. And where's my dinosaur friend, Sorely Badgersaur? Look at it. I love this lad so much.
He's best boy.
He's indeed best boy. So the idea is just to like do madness things and then like put an indestructible counter on my commander and then get a big payoff like that by like paying 1 mana for a bunch of cheap madness creatures and then having an indestructible commander on top of that. And then what we do is we use Nesting Ground to move that counter onto other things. And I'm trying to find Nesting Ground in this deck.
You just had it.
No. I mean like not in the Mox fields.
Oh.
Like I'm trying to look for that card every single game. So I'm on like Expedition Map. I'm on Inventors Fair. I'm on a bunch of ways to just like find the Nesting Ground and put it on my stuff, and then I'm running just a bunch of random burn stuff like Price of Progress.
Oh, Price of Progress is a great card. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
yeah.
I'm on a lot of flashback stuff too because I want to be discarding my stuff and not feel bad about it. So I'm on that kind of stuff. And then just the idea is just to use discard effects to just outvalue my opponents, and then incidentally a lot of the things that I discard deal damage that's gonna get doubled. Like Brawlin and Glinthorn Buccaneer are the two the two mainstays of this deck. Like, every time I discard a card, deal 2 damage to an opponent. That's pretty gnarly. Surly Badgersaur fighting stuff. Pretty sick too, controlling the board, making treasures for me. Like, it's just really great to have the payoffs and all these flashback stuff that I can use too. So, Rolling Templar, that card's sick in this deck.
Yes, absolutely
sick. So
I couldn't pick it because it just didn't do enough damage.
Yeah, it's a little bit more fair than someone else's version.
I'm just bypassing creatures, man.
But it's still really sweet.
I love
this card's sick. Volley of Boulders.
What does it do?
So it's got flashbacks for 6. I'm never gonna cast it for 9 probably. Deals 6 damage divided among you choose any number of target creatures or players, but it's doubled, so 12.
Not bad. Not bad.
I like that. 12 damage to a person. Pretty good. So that's the idea for this deck. It's just pretty simple. Oh, this card's sick. Maddening Hex.
What does it do?
So it's enchant player. When they cast a spell, non-creature spell, you roll a d6 and they take damage equal to the roll, and then it goes to another opponent. Yeah. So I feel
How did I not know about this curse?
I feel like that's a win condition on its own with our commander, because he
that sits for 3 turns and people are just
die.
Like flies.
It's crazy good. It's crazy
Love
good.
that.
And then we just have a bunch of looting effects too, just because like
that's how we get value.
this card's sweet too.
Oh yeah, I run it too. Faithful Showdown.
Yeah, deal a bunch of damage to a player and draw a new hand. Seems great. And yeah, I just noticed that a lot of like Madness cards deal damage, and so I was like, wow, this is perfect. Let's do it. So pretty simple deck concept, but it seems like it's really fun to play. I'm looking for an opportunity to play this in a game on my Discord when I actually have time.
Feel that.
Life is busy, man. And then of course we're running like Bag of Holding, Currency Converter, and like all the discard friendly friends. I do. I love it. I think this card is really good. This card is slept on. Like, it enters the battlefield tapped, sure, but it's a 2-mana rock, and it makes like a pretty decent creature. Like, and then you can attack and give another creature flying. So like that's really good just for like sneaking in there with your commander, for doing a bunch of other like it's just a great utility card, and the opportunity cost for running it is pretty low because it's just a 2-mana rock. So I think if you're in a monocolor deck, you should be considering Ebony Fly, because it's a pretty good card for monocolor commander decks. I think if you're on 2 colors, it starts to get like more like maybe you need more synergies with Ebony Fly to justify it, because it makes colorless mana, enters tapped. So as a mana rock, it's pretty mid. But in a monocolor deck, you can afford to run things like Ebony Fly, things like Guardian Idol that have extra utility. So it's good to have those kind of stuff, and especially in a deck like this where I'm wiping my creatures away a lot. Like, I want these things that can be made into last-minute blockers because I killed all my other creatures, and someone's like, "Lol, I have haste." So it's good to have that kind of stuff. So pretty simple deck, and then
cool.
Speaking of simple decks,
very simple. This next one, concept's very simple.
This is one.
I want to play Dragon's Approach. Yeah, there it is. He makes it so that you do 18 damage across the board. So, yeah, we run 22 of them. That's probably a little egregious.
Yeah, you don't need to run that many.
You could probably run like 16.
22 is great.
Like, I intend on using them to power other spells in this deck. That's why I run so many. So we have, well, of course we have to get into our dragon package, but we run Rage Channeler, Runaway Steamkin, Bergie, classics. Defiler of Instinct is starting to make its way into a lot of my decks because that's free mana.
If you've ever seen the Oh Lord, She Come In, Sir Kara's Dragon's Approach video that we've done, I'll put the link up there. Then it's very similar in the way that it functions, and that it wants to chain Dragon's Approaches and kill someone. It's just that Sir Kara increases the way that it kills you by making more Dragon's Approaches with the exile effect, and this deck increases the way that it kills you by doing it faster.
Yeah. We just want a lot of mana and to power out a bunch of them with rituals and spellslinger effects. And then our dragon package is essentially it's more or less damage dealing dragons. We have a couple that are here for value's sake, like Leyline Tyrant and a Sushi. But we also run
a Sushi.
Yeah, he's great. He gives us extra cards. He lets us dig.
He's at Sushi.
Atsuchi.
Not a sushi. He looks like a sushi. He's not a dragon roll. He's just a dragon.
And then also Goldspan Dragon.
Card's cool.
And speaking of, Sir Kara.
There she is.
She's gas.
Oh Lord, there she is.
But now we get to the fun dragons like Terror of the Peaks, because that deals extra damage.
Yeah.
Ancient Copper Dragon, because whenever he deals combat damage, which
That's the one that you want. That's
he's
the one that
he's
you
the
need.
one you get every time, so you have the mana to play the other guys. Like
I think
Drakuseth.
Knollspone Dragon is the one that you get every time.
Oh, true. Because
Draw 18.
Draw 18.
At least. That seems nutty.
But if someone's open and you see that you want to be a menace, we have Drakuseth.
You do have Drakuseth. Yeah, that's really good with the damage doubling.
Yeah,
It
that's
ate
8, 6,
6,
and
and
6.
Jesus.
This deck just egregiously wants to deal damage. And if you can dump enough in your graveyard, you can Mizzix Mastery.
I see. Yeah, Mizzet Mastery is a card that I'm not running in Circara just because there's just too many cool payoffs,
Yeah.
and I've chosen the ones that I like best. And
I just love Mizzix Mastery because its Overload is my favorite red ever.
it's very, very fun.
This is also a fun one. Spiteful Repossession.
Deals damage to each opponent who controls more lands. Oh yes, that's when I saw that card, I was like, Austin's playing that card in something.
Everything.
Yes.
And, we can also run Divergent Transformation because our dragons deal damage, so outside of combat in a lot of cases, so it's worth using on your tiny dudes.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to use on your own things to try and get more stuff.
Yeah, it's not... You can use it as removal if
And
you
the
want.
land base is just mountains. We're keeping it simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only enchantment is Underworld Breach. The only land, mountain. We're not even on Valakut. Fuck it.
We've got some dope planeswalkers.
I think you should be on Valakut and Nesting Ground, though.
Definitely.
Nesting Ground seems like a staple with all of these Dominus commanders, just because, like...
That indestructible
putting-
counter should be shared.
Yeah, moving it around seems really, really good. It seems really funny.
So, yeah.
That's it. There you go. 3 decks. One
That's our
video.
highlights on
We actually
Dominus.
kept it in, like, a decent time, too.
Yeah.
Like, look at us go. Hell yes.
Boom.
Fuck yeah. Boom. Easy mode.
ADHD under control.
Under control for sure. If you enjoyed this kind of rambling, you should head onto our Discord because we do it there all the time. And if you want to see our other stuff, you should check out our other socials. I have a Twitter where I post like weird casual combos and CDH hot takes, and I have a Discord where we talk about decks. And we have a Patreon where you could throw money at us if you so desire. You should follow us on Moxfield because Austin puts up like 3 or 4 decks a week at this point.
Yeah.
And they're really cool to look at, see what he's brewing. Every time a new creature gets spoiled, Austin's got it in some kind of deck. So it's real good to check that kind of stuff out. And I don't know, that's it. Oh, we have a Twitch.
Yeah. Hoping to stream when life lightens up.
Untap,
Upkeep.
drink,
Hey.
and stay janky, my friends.
Oh.